Okay, this is the M2 January 2010 question 8. You begin reading the question and draw a diagram from the initial point at the ground to A, also at the ground, filling in what you know. Resolve U, and the question gives you its components. When you're doing projectiles, always deal with horizontal and vertical components separately. And S equals UT, or in this case X equals UT. And you can do some rearrangings for T or for U or whatever you wish, because you'll need it in the vertical part. So we start with our suvat. Okay. We know at A that velocity is 0 because the question tells us so. Put in S equals UT plus 1/2 AT squared. Sub in what you know. Simplify, and Y equals as required. Next. Alright, I'm just going to redraw the diagram. Okay, we have range, and we know at any point in this projectile we have an XY, and we are told that Y is, since there's going to be no vertical displacement, Y in fact is going to be 0. So we can substitute that into the formula we got in A part. So range is 10c. Okay, so at the maximum point, I'm just going to denote it as an M. We have max height. And what do you know about max height? You know the gradient is 0. So get your dy dx, set it equal to 0, and you solve for c, or x, because reread the question, they want it in terms of c. Substitute that into your formula from A part, and simplify. H is 2.5 c squared. C part. Do recap at the moment of what you do know. So you have the formula from A part. You're told that U is 7. So you can fix up the A part. You know what the word perpendicular means. So get your gradients for your, and you also know that dy dx is going to be velocity. So find out your initial velocity, that i.e. at x equals 0, and your velocity at point Q. There's initial, and at point Q, and put the products equal to -1. Rearrange, a little bit of algebra, solve for x. This is boring. Algebra, 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 algebra. However you get there, and you will finally get the correct answer in the mark scheme.